Welcome to the bold analysis. I have honestly missed you guys for the last 2 days. Yes, I decided to take some time off, and on Saturday attended Rorasho for one of our subscribers here, Kim and Milka, and that Rorasho was done in Nyandarua. Yes, so we thank God for them. And but in the side, of course, we've been following the political discussion in this country. And the debate going on is about some 4 gentlemen, rather 5 gentlemen. Rigathi-Kuria-Khalwale, Khalwale, David Ndii, Moses Kuria, and Chirchir. 5 gentlemen. The question I will try to answer here is very simple. Why Kenya Kwanza is at war with itself? Why Kenya Kwanza is infighting itself? It all started with the increase in the price of fuel. And of course, we had already given the figures. About 211 for petrol, 200, and of course it had increased by 16, and kerosene had increased by 30 shillings to 200 from 169. And the whole country was asking President Ruto the questions. What happened? Why are we not getting answers for the questions that we expected? There was no any other person to be asked this question apart from the political leadership. Khalwale, while speaking in Kakamega, asked President Ruto to sack Moses Kuria, David Ndii, and Chirchir for failing Kenya Kwanza, or for brutalizing the image of Kenya Kwanza before Kenyans. In this soundbite, I want you to listen to here.
Haileti pesa vile tumeleta, makosa inakuwa ya kiranja Dr. Khalwale. Ruto, Mheshimiwa Rais, I want to tell you today from Kakamega. Watu wenye umepatia kazi wamekuingiza kwa mbaya sana. Mtu ambaye anaitwa Minister for Trade, mtu ambaye anaitwa waziri wa energy, na mtu ambaye anaitwa your economic advisors, lazima watuambie sisi wa Kenya what did they mean loba mola bakulanga makure from government to government, then things are worse. You sack these people when they pay ya makura, you can say I was elected in this country of Kenya to serve the poor. I don't care whether the rich people find petrol rich and expensive, but I care. President Ruto, sack these people, otherwise, serikali yako sasa, at a small function like this, inaanza kukaa kama iko na sura mbaya.
And the bullfighter, many people are asking, why is the bullfighter going against their government? But before we knew, Rigathi-Kuria-Khalwale also came back from Colombia, and in his first tweet, hit out at David Ndii and Moses Kuria for speaking to Kenyans arrogantly and a bit insensitive, and was trying to blame those leaders for how they spoke to Kenyans. Truth be told, Rigathi is the last person to become a moral police because he's on record telling us about shareholders. So that came up, and yesterday night Moses Kuria did a tweet and deleted, hitting at together about inferiority complex is what is disturbing him. Any attempt, and this is any attempt to project Kuria and David Ndii and Chirchir as the problem backfires. Because Rigathi-Gachagua, someone around him should actually tell the Deputy President, Rigathi-Gachagua, the problem is not that Moses Kuria and David Ndii spoke to us arrogantly. In fact, Kenyans deserve that, because maybe through such realities, we may have to think about ballot options when we get to an election. I mean, I'm taking it too far. But David Ndii told us about when Kenyans were saying we voted for William Ruto, believing that things will be better. And he asked Kenyans, so you believed him? Moses Kuria went ahead and said that you can go and, make your own petrol. Uchimbe kisima yako utoe petrol. Saying that the global price of fuel at the global stage has hiked. That is what Moses Kuria told us. And that you can go. And he also said that there are around 260 petrol will be retailing at 260 by February, because every month it will be increasing by 10 bob. So Kenyans should brace themselves for hard times ahead. We need to say the truth here. It's true that David Ndii, Moses Kuria, and the political leadership, the leaders in power, owe Kenyans answers on what exactly is happening. The reason why they were elected is for them to offer solution to the complex problems that pertains to governance. They schooled Kenyans, and of course it's a matter of the bad choices. It's a question of Kenyans making the bad choices. So ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a problem that David Ndii and Moses Kuria are speaking to us arrogantly. But one answer we need, and that is what Rigathi-Gachagua should be telling us, is why they are not delivering what was promised. So this dummy wars, Rigathi, Moses Kuria, David Ndii, who is right, who is wrong, to me, they're just sideshows. Because the answer is, why is the system not giving us the results? What Rigathi-Gachagua should be telling us is a candid reason. Fine. Why are the oil prices up and we don't need conjectures? The Kenyans don't need conjectures. Why is up? What is the government plan to counter or rather to cushion Kenyans? And what will happen next? Because from what I see, Kenyans have complained. In October, that price might not change. But in November, before Christmas, and they know that Christmas everyone will be filling his car to drive home, the price will be up again around the Christmas. And then January it must still stagnate where it is. Then February it's again up. What the answers that Kenyans need is, the price is up, fine. So in your delivery of the plan, how is it consistent? Have you veered off from the plan? Do you have something that you're thinking around to do for Kenyans? Those are the answers that actually the country needs. And so, I want to say this. Rigathi-Gachagua should not play reverse psychology on us. Because there are only 3 observations we are making from these infightings. There is a deliberate effort to create an agenda of profiling leaders as the problem under the project Protect President's Power. What the likes of Rigathi-Gachagua want Kenyans to see, and resist to see that, is William Ruto is good. There's just a clique of people here that are wrong. Moses Kuria do not bear, and I've seen people saying sack Moses Kuria. You can sack Moses Kuria, but sacking Moses Kuria will not lower the cost of fuel. That's what we need to think about. And so, did we get into oil deal that only benefited few individuals and things went south? Why Kenya has failed to stabilize the shilling? Those are the discussions. Those are the questions we want to hear. We doubled the VAT. Those are the problems. And those are the things that we need to talk about. We doubled the VAT from 18 to 16. We knew of repercussions. It will hike the cost of fuel. But then at the end of it, how are we going to manage? And so the Rigathi team and what Rigathi wants to achieve is a situation where you create a picture that president is good. The president doesn't have a problem. Or it's not a problem that the cost of fuel is up. It is a problem that David D and Moses Kuria is talking to us arrogantly. I don't think even I have a problem. Let them say anything you want to tell Kenyans. If the truth is, some of us made some very funny choices at the ballot. We were misled into some choices. And of course, even that Moses Kuria and all those things, they are in power because of our choices in the ballot. So if we chose people who are going to talk to us badly, then that is it. That is the cost. But we should not be made to understand that the problem is Kuria and David. The problem here is the system is not working. So it's not that we've being talked to rudely or arrogantly. It's not a problem. Even in these places of work, there are a number of Moses Kurias and David D's in these offices where things go wrong and they will tell you, go and I'll find kitu yako kwenyu. Even it's a usual phenomenon. And Kenyans are used to it. What we should be answered is about the cost of fuel. There should be no any other conjectures around it. Number two, there is an attempt to hide the truth. Yes. The truth here is Kenyans are suffering. So people don't want to look at that angle. People want to create names here. The truth is Kenyans are, and of course we are trying to hide that. At least it's not a big issue. Kenyans are suffering because of this cost of fuel. And things are becoming a bit unbearable. And that is why I don't believe on these other stories and conjectures we are creating. Then the third aspect, discussion here is, I think there is a lot of protection and infighting. If you read it complex, there have been looming talks to reshuffle the cabinet, and of course that can only happen and some people feel they are threatened. Thank you.